Greetings gamers, I'm LotusCrane, and today I'm not really doing a review or tutorial or playthrough or any of that. I just wanted to say that I'm getting ready to say farewell to the secret world. And I mean, I actually haven't been playing too much of this game lately, right? Like, I think the video of mine that has the most views was the tutorial I did for getting a platinum on the castle scenario in solo nightmare mode, and man, I had so many good times with this game. I mean, granted, like, I did spend like over like 3,300 hours. I think really approaching 3,400 hours on this game over the course of a little, I want to say two and a half years, something like that. So I definitely gave this game quite a bit of my life, and I mean, I don't regret it. Certainly have time to play and record many more other games now that I'm not playing Secret World. But right, so I'm sorry, I'm rambling a little bit because, like, I guess maybe I should have like composed, like, if not a script, at least an outline for what I wanted to say in this video. As for why I'm leaving, so Funcom, you know, they've had some financial issues. Their Lego game did not work out the way they wanted. Their new Conan game isn't taking off exactly the way they wanted, and they're thinking that they can bring in some new blood and therefore some new money to this game by ending continued support. I mean, they're not showing on servers for Secret World anytime soon, but they've declared that they're not going to do any additional content or updates for this game. Instead, they're relaunching into a slightly revised version called Secret World Legends, which will, as far as I know, contain most of the story and missions of Secret World, but they're going to tweak the gameplay and graphics engine a bit. And they're not going to transfer like all the data. Like, if you play this game, you're allowed to reserve some of your character names, or I think at least one of your character names for the new game. But I thought about it, like, I didn't even take this game to its conclusion. I mean, it's, you know, super endgame conclusion. I didn't do like the hundreds of hours of additional grinding in Tokyo to raise my Aegis gear to 2 point or 3 point whatever, so I could do the nightmare version of the New York raid. But yeah, I can't see myself spending another couple thousands of hours on essentially the same game with slight gameplay and graphic changes. Purportedly improvements, but I've always felt that a lot of the criticisms aimed at the gameplay and, like, especially the combat engine in this game were somewhat unfair. I'm a little rusty, but there we go. It's like riding a bicycle. But I mean, I have, aside from that last part of super grinding to get Aegis up, and I decided not to bother, I really have nothing but great things to say about Secret World. Like I said, I spent 33, close to 3,400 hours on this game over the course of, I think, 2.5 years. Really no other game, MMORPG or otherwise, has ever drawn me in as much as Secret World did. I mean, I just remember being so impressed. The storylines in this game, like, I'm just gonna start this sequence, even though I'm probably not gonna do this mission now.
Yamato-san, konnichiwa.
Kind of sounds like the chairman from Iron Chef America.
Oh, we have an audience. Fluky. That makes this next part awkward. See, I know you've been selling my secrets to the house in exile.
Oh, you know what? Okay, this is a little distracting. Alright, I'm gonna skip out. but I was just really impressed by how story-wise, cutscenes, dialogue, characterization. This is an MMORPG where I feel like the writing is on par with a lot of standalone, like, single-player experiences, like Skyrim or Fallout. Like, I had played previous MMOs like Final Fantasy 11 and World of Warcraft, Terra Online, and none of them managed to hold my attention for more than a couple hundred hours. I mean, this is like an entire chapter of my life, both as a gamer and as a human being. And, the other thing besides this game having just really great storyline and characterization, I've actually met a lot of really cool people, not just online, but in real life because of this game. So, I mean, I should just... And this is going to be really sad. I mean, you can see character numbers. That means they're not here anymore. Yeah, it's... I mean, friends I've made, like Klessa, it's really weird to think I would have never met you and so many other people if we didn't both play this game. And so this is like an amazing, like, it has to be fate, it has to be destiny, it can't just be pure coincidence. But Kless and I, we started this game, same faction, same server, same faction Dragon, same server Leviathan, same day, and we were both playing this game more or less full time, so we just kept running into each other throughout most of the beginning of the game. And you know what, maybe I should go ahead and teleport so I can show you what I'm talking about. Oh boy. But, well, I shouldn't reveal too many personal real-life details, but let's just say once a month I drive out from the magical land of New Jersey to the rather restful vacation spot of the Poconos. And, oh, I'm distracted. There's an insect crawling on the wall. I'm not going to bother squashing it. It doesn't look like it's going to harm anybody. I mean, Zen and Chasm, HS, Tamaios. I mean, I have some friends in the Virginia area now that I hang out with about once a year or so. I met some fellow New Jerseyans, Puppycat and Karaikaze. I've even met European Frostbell. And then there are plenty of other people that I've made friends with on Secret World that I have not had the privilege yet of meeting in real life, but I think it's only a matter of time. Somehow I have a pretty decent track record on converting online friendships to real life friendships with actual face-to-face meetings at some point. I know that's not like... That sounds like weird, like it seems like a... I wouldn't say lifestyle choice, but, you know, a lot of people are wary that people on the internet are going to be like catfishes or stalkers or whatnot, but I have not had that unfortunate experience yet. One more. I mean, I really don't play this game. Like, I log in maybe like once a month or something to maybe do like one scenario and like check what my monthly rewards are. But since everyone else has kind of left because of the lack of any new content, I mean, hardly anyone I know is still here. Oh, Dreaming Wolf. Okay. Hey, Dreaming Wolf. I don't know if you're watching this video, but it was cool doing all those scenarios with you back in the day. So yeah, I mean, it should not, from a practical standpoint, like, there's no real reason why I shouldn't uninstall this game from my hard drive, free up like 45, 50 gigs, and, you know, uninstall the next few big games and play them, record them, etc. But it's really hard, right? Like, I don't know if this is like hoarding syndrome, but it's really weird to think that even though I don't actually play this game much anymore, like, it's just the point of no return, right? Once I uninstall this game, because, you know, logically I know I'm not playing it anymore, and I'm not going to move over to Secret World Legends and, you know, put another 3,000 to 4,000 hours of my life into getting back to more or less the same point I am in this game. I don't know, that's kind of why I decided to record this video, right? Like, again, this is kind of an aimless, rambling video. There's no real objective. I'm not teaching you guys anything. I'm not showing the story of any of the missions. I'm just walking through and reminiscing. Like, I mean, this is the point. This was like the first difficulty spike in the game. Oh, it took a while to load these textures in. Look at it. Look at these textures loading in real time. I have a video card upgrade and this game is still too massive for it. But this area right here, besides being numerous, these zombies are significantly stronger than the ones in the previous two areas of Kingsmith, and I got schooled in this area, died, respawned. And then, not like 15 minutes later, as I was still in this area doing missions, Klessa, she comes in from Savage Coast. And I'm probably, I forget, I think I was literally over here, and I saw her run in and get swarmed and died the same way I did. And that's when we started talking and realized that we were not actually that far apart, and just started hanging out on a monthly basis, and yeah, that's it. I mean, she's just a dear friend now. It's actually kind of frightening to think that there might have been, by like mere random chance, the possibility that we had never met because we hadn't both joined this game on the same day, same faction, same server. So yeah, it's kind of a blessing, and I want to thank Funcom for putting together such a fantastic game while it lasted, and I don't begrudge or resent Funcom for doing what they feel they need to do to try and revive or revitalize their business by moving from the Secret World to the Secret World Legends. That's totally their prerogative, and I respect them for what they've done so far. I mean, I didn't agree with all of their creative decisions 100%. I remember Indy and I... Oh, hey Indy. I don't know if you're watching this video, but I hope you're doing well. I remember Indy and I were talking about like how the emphasis on this game should have been to release more like story content, including backfilling in additional missions for the old zones, even though that meant bringing the voice actors back into the studio, as opposed to like giving us additive systems like Aegis, which I do feel made things a little grindy, especially in the end when you needed like Aegis 2 or 3 whatever to do Nightmare New York Raid. But you know what, I still thoroughly enjoyed myself for more than 3,000 hours, and that's not something I can say of any other game I've played, so bravo, Funcom. I'm sorry I won't be able to stick with you in your new project and record videos for that version of Secret World, but I want to let you know how much I appreciate what you've done. Wow, I think I'm actually choking up a little bit. Well, nothing else I say would add anything new. I apologize if I'm forgetting anyone's names. I'm gonna try and go through the names of everyone else I haven't mentioned yet, who I owe thanks to for playing this game with me, and often cases becoming friends outside of this game, and sometimes even in real life. Let's see, Heiko, Kirsten, Rosinian, Vidante, Burning Teddy, Chosen Blood, Beowulf, Kinney. Oh, gosh. Fractalis. Batman, not spelled the normal way, because obviously that name would have been taken. I mean, it's gonna be a struggle to find the ones who count. Ludi, of course. Oh, Adker, that's right. Oh, and then Unicorn. Of course. Midorichi and Black Dragonfly and Zilvian and Kinrai, my French crew, who hopefully you'll get to hear some of their voices in an upcoming Warhammer Vermintide video. But yeah, I think TSW Legends is supposed to launch in July. I think early July. And if I'd wanted to, I could have been participating in the beta. But I mean, I've seen some videos and I've heard from some of my friends who played the beta, and I think almost none of them are actually moving on to TSW Legends, because like me, we already gave the game our couple thousand hours, and it was great, but it's hard to imagine doing that all over again. I mean, some of my friends have families with like children to take care of. I don't, but I have literally hundreds of other games I need to play. Like, my backlog of other games piled up ridiculously when I was into Secret World. I think I have something like 30 unopened in original plastic wrap console JRPGs, and a couple hundred Steam games that I still need to play and perhaps record or review. Wow, I didn't even get along with some of the people on my friends list at the time, but you know, looking back again with like the lens of nostalgia, I don't really resent any of them, and I respect all of them, even when we had differences of opinion. Oh wow, Assassin Deity, I totally forgot about that one. Bursk, I think we did a few scenarios together. Wow. I mean, some of these people were famous while I was still nooblet. And I guess by the time I got semi-famous in this game, that's when it was the beginning of the end. Well, anyway, I'm LotusCrane. Oh, well, I have to say, if you like this video, please remember to subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Even though this isn't a particularly exciting video, I don't expect this video to get many views. I don't expect this video to be the reason why anyone bothers subscribing to my channel. I just kind of wanted to record this, mostly for my own sake, as kind of a memorial of the good times in this game, of all the great people I met. Well, I mean, I shouldn't be sad, because I actually still talk with, play other games with, and even steal in real life, like dozens of people from this game. So I'm not losing any of those relationships, any of those friendships, really, by leaving Secret World and uninstalling it. It's just, it's weird, right? I mean, this game was such an important part of my life for so long, and it's time to walk away. And I mean, once I install it, like, it's not like I'll ever have the time or space to reinstall a 40 to 50 gig game that, you know, has no content coming out anymore. I mean, I suppose if I visit a friend's place and they still have this installed on their machine, I could log on to my account then, but but probably not. So I mean, you know, it's funny. I had like a similar feeling. My old 2004 Honda Civic, I basically drove it into the ground. Drove it under conditions it wasn't supposed to be driven in, and when I was getting my 2015 Honda Accord Hybrid, like that was a huge upgrade, right? Plus, it was something I was getting with my own money as opposed to the old Civic, which you know, my parents helped me with or got me around the second year of college, and but I choked up a bit too because, like, even if you're leaving something behind because you don't like use it anymore or you don't need it anymore, like just the sentimentality, I'm not going to forget the memories I had in my old car, and I'm not going to forget the memories I had with the Secret World. But I guess it's time to say goodbye. I'm LotusCrane, and I'm saying farewell, Secret World.